1 Timothy chapter 4, verse 6. If thou put the brethren in remembrance of these things, thou shalt be a good minister of Jesus Christ, nourished, let me get the right word up there, up in the words of faith and of good doctrine wherein thou hast obtained. Paul is reminding Timothy to put the brethren in remembrance, to be a diligent follower of the word. That's what we do. It's what as elders, as pastors, as teachers, whatever office they happen to be in, is to put in remembrance that we're supposed to be diligent to this. Not to false teachings, not to anything that would sway us back and forth, but this be the foundation. I've said this a lot over the last year. I think I even said it last week, and I will repeat it again today. I am very eternally grateful that Hope of the Generations Church was founded on good, strong doctrine. Pastor Henry, Pastor Donna led that foundation solid through a lot of blood, sweat, and tears to make it so. And this is what we now get to build upon. 1 Timothy chapter 4, verse 7, but refuse profane and old wives' fables, and exercise thyself rather unto godliness. Reject disrespectful or ungodly or exaggerated or untrue stories that have false teachings or myths. Be Berean. There was times I had an argument with Dad one day because he quoted something in the morning and I said, that's not how it's written. And he goes, prove it to me. I said, well, I always grew up that this scripture said this. And he looked at me and goes, prove it. I'm like, sure, I'll go prove it. You know, you get a little arrogant and cocky when you really don't need to be. It's like, yeah, I'll prove it. And you go home and I can't find it. I know it's there. I've quoted it my entire life. He goes, it's not there. Somewhere along the way, a pastor, a preacher, a teacher, a statement was made, and we take it and we make a law or a doctrine out of it with ever proving it here. Prove Scripture. One of the things I love most about within Being Health, when we give a scripture reference to a spiritual root to disease, there's a spiritual reference to it, not just an opinion. And that's what we're talking about. Reject the profane old fables that have just been passed down through things that don't have any scriptural backing to it. Prove it here. Prove it in some evidence. Stay away from the stories that are baseless.